Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gendron Tarot. Gendron? Yeah. By Melanie Gendron. Website is at the top here. usgamesinc.com. Feel free to freeze frame if you need to. usgamesinc.com. Supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites on the back, torihartman.com, watkinspublishing.com, or watkinspublishing.co.uk. Feel free to freeze frame if you want any of that information. Okay, what do we have for Aquarius? Things seem spread out already. So is this a long-standing... Why is that card upside down? Seven of Swords. Is somebody getting away with something they shouldn't? Somebody's considering... I'm getting a stutter on that one. They're giving up? Or are they considering giving up? Somebody might be considering giving up. It's like they don't want to give to the situation. Currently, it's like they do their part, but they're starting to question why bother. Whoever you're dealing with is really questioning why they're even bothering, why they're even showing up. This is somebody I feel like it's been around for a while, and I feel like you have certain expectations of them. And I know that Aquarius is pretty astute, but I feel like you're just expecting this person to keep showing up, but they might be having other ideas. They have the Eight of Cups, kind of like, they might feel like what they're doing is wasting their time, and they might just take a quick left and just leave. They're really feeling like, why am I bothering? Okay, what do we have hidden behind the situation? The Deceiver. They've got the Devil card here. Something is bothering them, and there's going to be an opportunity coming forward. Because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune come in, which isn't bad. It's actually a quite colorful card in this deck. But this Wheel of Fortune might bring this forward that there's a problem here. Let's see. Death card. 13 is death. And then the Four of Earth. They're hiding something. They're not letting it go. But the Wheel of Fortune is telling me there's an opportunity coming forward where you could find out the truth. What are you supposed to do here? I get these two cards coming in. Eight of Swords and is that the Four of Cups? Princess of Cups. Conversation is typically easy for Aquarius. But there's something else, like getting emotionally involved with this person a little deeper, that might be more of a challenge. Like, Aquarius is good with figuring things out and solving riddles and, like, you know, taking information and realizing what's really going on. Aquarius is great with that. Sometimes an emotional connection, if it's too heavy, can be a bit much and kind of like, I have to leave. I have to go. I feel like they're saying you got to get this person to talk about their emotions, and you have to legitimately stay engaged with the conversation, which is possible, but may be a little bit heavy for you. And once you do it, you seem to be stuck. We got to find out what's really going on here. It's more about absorbing the information than like, you know what to do to get people to talk. You can make that happen. But I'm getting, like, if you get this person talking, you're going to find out the truth, and that's going to be something you're going to need to deal with. But the thing is, it's better to know it before it just kind of falls in your face. Falls in your face, it kind of reminds me of like working in a house when you're working on like the ceiling and poof, you just get hit with something. Something like that. Kind of like, oh, I didn't realize that was going to be, behind that. Or I didn't realize that, somebody was going to walk upstairs and it was going to let something loose and poof, I was going to get smacked in the face with that. It kind of feels like that. Because if you get them talking and they really feel like you're legitimately emotionally connected with them, they may feel like you can help them change their circumstances. If they feel like you can help them change their circumstances, they may tell you the truth and what's really going on, because they deceive you, but you're not the only one they deceive. They put a lot of energy into deceiving people. The only reason they're going to tell you something is because they think it could work things in a better place for them. Because they're really unhappy too. But they're feeling like they can't get out of this unhappiness. They feel like they're trapped in the unhappiness. Why bother worrying about it? It's like the Ten of Swords with the impartiality is telling me like, yeah, my life sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it, so why say anything? Why do anything? Why worry about it? Why burden somebody else with it? It can be changed. The thing is, this is going to be a long-term investment here. These last 4 cards, I'm like, it's already like, but we're going to use the good ones first. Things have the chance to improve if you go this far. Miracle with the 7 of Pentacles is like, you might see improvement with this person you didn't really think was possible. You might see talents or abilities with them because of the way they've been feeling and acting, they just haven't been showing. So this person could end up being very, very beneficial to you in a way that you never really even saw, because they just didn't exhibit these characteristics because there's a negative energy that they're living in. So some of their personality traits are greatly diminished, if just not vacant at the moment, or just dormant. Dormant is the word I should be using. The 7 of, what is this? The 7 of Wands? It looks so weird. I think it's the 7 of Wands, but it looks so weird to me. You're going to feel like you're responsible for this person for a while. You're not, but you're going to feel like it. I don't know how to explain that. Like, you're going to feel like I have to constantly watch them and babysit them to make sure everything's okay, and that they don't start sliding backwards into that negative thought. I don't feel like it shouldn't be that way. Hopefully it doesn't go there, but there's a danger that you might feel that way. Like, now that I got them going the right way, I feel like I have to keep an eye on them constantly. Spot checking with them is better. You don't have to constantly be in connection with them. I would say once a week, maybe every other week. But just when you have conversations, they have to be heartfelt conversations, which still could be very laboring. Even if it only happens once a week or even once every other week, it still could be very laboring. I want to say labor intensive. I'm resisting saying draining. I don't know if it has to be draining, but like, it could be a labor. It could be a chore. I think that's a better way to say it. I don't think it'll be draining, but it could be like, I have to be careful what I say when I say what I'm doing. I have to be very mindful about what they're telling me and really kind of look between the lines and ask the appropriate questions. I don't think draining. I just think labored. Like a little bit of a labored conversation. But you shouldn't have to like do it every day, or God forbid every hour. Don't do that. Once a week, once every other week would work. So it's just not overdoing it to the point where it wears you out. If you did it every day or every hour, I don't think they'd be upset with it. I think it would drive you crazy. So just like once a week, once every other week, and you can even switch it up. Maybe this week I do it, maybe next week I do it, maybe I skip a week and then I do it again the week after. You have to play it by ear, but don't do it every day. You'll drive yourself crazy. At the most, once a week, at the most. Once every other week I think is better though. Because they do seem to improve. Is there anything else I could say about that? Because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like, what else? Is there anything else I should say with that? The Wheel of Fortune is at play with the 10 of Major Arcana, and then the 4 of Pentacles. You're going to be worried that they're still not telling you everything, and there's a lot they're holding back. And you're also worried if the wheel comes around again, that it could just go to crapville real quick. Don't let it, like, I feel like that's why you're going to have this need to keep an eye on it every day, or God forbid, every hour. I just can't imagine. I don't want to. Force yourself to do it once a week at the most, to check up on this once every other week if you can. You got to let this person make their own decisions, whoever it is. And you got to pull back a bit. There's this sense of responsibility on your side. I feel like Aquarians are very good with responsibility when you decide it's your responsibility. I don't know why else we're going to say that. Then that's just kind of, it's an obvious thing in my opinion. But because I'm going to say, like, other people might assign you responsibilities, but if you don't feel like that should be your responsibility, you might move that off to somebody else or whatever. But if you take on a responsibility and you agree, yeah, no, that should be mine because I can do it the best, you will hold to that all day, all night. That's not a problem. For some reason, I just want to say that if other people are assigning you responsibilities just because they want you to do it, if you don't believe you should be doing it, it's not going to happen. You'll change that. You'll move it off. You'll go over there. You put it over there or whatever. But this is one of those situations where I feel like you're going to engage the responsibility and keep it. It's just allowing yourself to not feel overly held down by it. Because I do feel like if you take it, you will own it. It's just not, just don't hopefully be held down by it. It's all I can keep saying. I just keep saying the same thing, I'm noticing. You do seem to also connect with this energy in a way that they do listen to you and they do seem to understand you. So you do get through to this person. I'm getting it's a person anyway. It feels like it the way the whole thing's going. So that's also a concern of yours. Like, maybe not everybody gets this person and you're one of the few that do. It may put a little bit of strain on you too. Like, well, they're not going to be able to vent this out to anybody else because other people don't seem to get them or understand where they're coming from. Even though you're having this big weight on your shoulder, once a week, once every other week. When you do have the conversations, they will be heartfelt. I do feel that if you do engage in this. And I feel like once a week, once every other week, it'll be fine. It's the best you can do. This person has to live their life. You have to let them live their life. I don't know what to say about that other than what's already been said. Are we good? All right. I'm going to let that go there. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.